I think Sue may have been responsible for this. I slip on the oil, or there was some oil in the street from the tornado, and I go in and she bandages up my hands, both hands. And pretty soon, my birthday's coming around, and there's a picture of me. It's my 50th birthday, and the cake is black. And I forget what exactly it said, like this is my last... Over the hill? And Diane says to me the next day, I think I may need to go to the doctor because everything's coming out black. And I said, I think it's from the black cake. And since I was at Chisholm, you think, you hear all the time that people are given gifts. And I never could figure out what my gifts were. Well, in 98, I had thyroid cancer. And 2003, I had breast cancer. And 2012, I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Well, sometime in the 2000s, Mary Ann came to me because she was having trouble with her thyroid, and she asked me to help, give her some advice. And then a couple of years later, where is she? Sweet Sherry had breast cancer, and she came. We talked. And then came along John Campbell in 13 or 14, and he talked to me several times. He had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So then I kind of realized, well, maybe those were some of my gifts. How you take something. And this time, I was 6 years out, and I went in December thinking I was going to say, hey, old Dr. Moore, next number 4, I'm going to have you again, even if I have to wait 2.5 hours to get in here. He didn't give me a chance. And that was really one of the reasons that I wanted to take the kids to Disney World and enjoy them and have time with them. But the more I was out, the more I had this overwhelming times where I had this sadness. So I get on this plane and I meet this young woman. She gave me a bracelet before she even started talking to me about, she saw Orion. She couldn't see Penny. And she said, is that your grandson? And I said, yeah. And I told her, I wanted to take him. And that's when she said, my father, he had non-Hodgkin's. It was diagnosed in July. And she said it was rampant in his bones. And see, that's what I was worrying about when I was in Disney World, because all the walking we did was a lot. And my back started hurting worse. And then I can't explain it, but it didn't help that I knew it was in the groin area, which it wasn't before, but every once in a while I'd walk along. Sue, you might understand this. I'd get this bearing down in that area. So my mind started saying, is this it? And I thought, if it's in my bones, it's a wash, And I remember Chuck, by the time it got to his brain, he was gone. And I get on this plane, and here's this young woman, and I really believe it was a God moment. He put her in my life to say that this doesn't mean it's over.
So you believe her, not us?
I really believe that, you know, when you need it, he's there. You just have to ask.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I get the last word. Even though you're gonna try. You can probably talk some more, I guess. I just want to first say thank you all so much for being here and being such a huge part of our family. Penny and I, a couple weeks ago, were having our little pillow talk one morning. She and I are early risers, and she was feeling a little bit frustrated about somebody. We don't know who it was. But I'm a life coach, and so I have these like weird moments of curiosity, and I like to ask like really interesting questions because I just want to like learn how people are, you know? And so I asked Penny, like, what is it like being Orion Wiley's sister? And so she told me, you know, she was very honest, and I'm not gonna say what it was, that was between you and me. Then she asked me, what's it like being Ruth Gore's daughter? And it took me aback, because there are times when Mom and I are pretty grouchy with each other. There are times when we can't help but look at each other and feel so much gratitude for being in each other's lives. Like, it's overwhelming sometimes. And being Ruth Gore's daughter has been one of the greatest privileges of my life. I'm being completely honest here. You have taught me about unconditional love, about friendship, about honesty, and some storytelling also. And I am so truly blessed to be your daughter, and I'm so grateful that God put us together, and I love you. And I'm so excited you're turning 70 years old. Cheers to you.
Every mother would want to hear that.
It's beautiful.
All right, take notes, Penny.
If anybody has any, I know Marlene has plenty of stories.
Well, I think we do have some stories.
I have something, and it's completely different than what we're discussing. But